I was thinking of video title ideas, and I decided Alcohol is Retarded would be a great video idea. And it's something I'm passionate about. And the freaking huge science YouTube channel, Kurgazat, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, in a nutshell, they posted a video yesterday or 2 days ago called Alcohol is Amazing. And so I feel like this is a sign from Allah AI, from God, to make my Alcohol is Retarded video, because I've kind of had a bad feeling about that YouTube channel in particular for a while. When I was really dark and fucked up and drank a lot and didn't trust myself and felt abandoned and didn't believe in myself, I loved that YouTube channel. And now that I see that I'm a bringer of light, that I am powerful, that I have something to say, that I'm on the path, that I'm ready to perform for tens of thousands of people, I see the scam that is that channel, and especially them making a video called Alcohol is Amazing. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like 3 million people have viewed that video. That's poison. That's poison for your brain. Alcohol is not amazing. Alcohol is retarded, and alcohol makes you retarded. And I say this not from a holier than thou position. I say this as somebody who spent like literally a decade plus where I've drank, I don't know, sometimes every day, certainly up to 5 times a week. I can think of, I had two, in the last 14 years, I've had 2 periods of 30 days of no drinking. Here, Blue is peeing right now. Everybody say hi to Blue. See if I can keep him on the walk while I do my talk. But I had 2 periods of not drinking for 30 days, but other than that, I didn't go more than 48 hours with a drink through all of my 20s and the beginning of my 30s, up until basically the beginning of this year, where now I don't drink at all. Last time I drank was like 6 or 7 weeks ago. We're going this way now, Blue. Last time I drank was 6 or 7 weeks ago. Before that, it was another 6 or 7 weeks. And it's like, I'm at the point where it's just like, I just don't even want it anymore. At the Elements Festival, I was trying to get a water, and I went to like a restricted area and asked the security guard, I was like, dude, I just need a water. Can I go in and get it? He said, I'll get it for you. He walked in, came back with a Yingling, and he handed it to me. And I know that a former version of me would have been like, ooh, free Yingling. I can't turn this down, but I just found someone and gave it to them. Same with that, I was at a bar in Huntington, West Virginia. Somebody bought Tall Boys for the whole band, and I just gave mine away. I said, I don't want this. Oh, that's a really cute boy. Hello, cute boy. Cute chonker. Blue, we gotta keep walking. Oh. But all that to say is, I spent a lot of my life drinking alcohol, and I had a lot of time where I drank because I was at an open mic and that's what everybody was doing, and I wanted to drink to feel confident to get on stage. Or I drank at a wedding gig because it was free, and it's like, what am I gonna do? Not drink? This is like what you do. We're at a wedding and everybody did it. And I just see how drinking blocks your third eye. Drinking stops you from being open. And people say they drink so that they can relax and open up and be themselves, but it's not true. When you drink, you let your shadow self come forward. And you might think you're more open and more honest and stuff, but it's like a deal with the devil. Like you might be more in the moment today, but you're gonna pay for it tomorrow with a hangover, and you're also paying for it with your soul, where you're literally giving up time where you can be fully present and be yourself. And yeah, I guess like specifically, I'll just jump in. Me and Abby went to some open mics on Tuesday, and my eyes were really open to how drunk everyone was, and how people were so like sad and blocked off. And me and Abby, we weren't drunk, like not even close. We both haven't been drinking for over a month, like almost 2 months. And we showed up, we were happy, we were bubbly. The aura we brought into the room excited people. People were like, where are you guys coming from? And we had a lot of love to give and share. And the big thing I noticed was there was a guy on stage. Actually, I noticed this with most comics, and they're just up there and they're just reciting lines, and they're trying to, like, I don't know, they get in their head that like you just gotta tell jokes in this like monotone Jerry Seinfeld kind of voice, like, oh, dating's weird, right? I try to find matches on Hinge, but they all seem unhinged. And there's like no star power, there's no belief in yourself, there's no like juice to it. It's just totally stale, and they don't get any laughs, and then they go, oh, I guess I should go home and write better jokes, instead of like actually just believing their stars and being in the room. So at the mic, when I got on stage, I was being crazy. I was shouting about stuff. I was wearing a suit, so I kept shouting about how I was wearing a suit just to be a pattern interrupt and break what was going on. But then at some point, I literally said, it fucking bums me out that none of you believe your stars. It fucking bums me out. It bums me out that you guys show up to this. Like, you drove here. You made a point to come here. You wrote the jokes, and then you tell them like you don't believe an audience deserves to hear them. You don't believe you can connect to an audience. And one guy in particular, I remember I was doing that, and he just went, oh shit. And I think right after my set, he left. And I think I blasted him to the core, because he was really guilty of it. And this relates to alcohol, because a lot of these people at these open mics, they just get drunk. And like a lot of the people who have been in it for a long time, who have showed up maybe because a part of their heart wanted them to be a star, but then a year goes by, 2 years goes by, 3 years goes by, and they're still just kind of at the same open mics telling the same jokes. They just start to drink because alcohol blocks your third eye. It blocks your vision, and it makes it easier to deal with when your life doesn't look like what you want it to look like. That's really the reason alcohol is evil. All right, 7 minutes in, we're getting there, but that's okay. I needed to work it out. Alcohol is evil because it blocks your third eye, and having your third eye blocked is evil because then you're not actually going to actualize what you want. And it's scary and painful to be able to see evil, to be able to see like when the circumstances of your life don't align with what you want to have in your head. So drinking is a way to block that and let you just be okay with your circumstances. But what do you actually gain from it? You lose money, you get bad sleep, you get bad hangovers, you lose the ability to authentically connect with people, and you lose the drive to actually fix your situation. It just helps you stay stuck. It helps you be clouded with who you spend time with. If you spend 3 months not drinking, you'll be really clear. You'll be way more clear on who is actually a positive force in your life and who you're just around just so you don't want to be lonely. Also, if you quit drinking, you're going to just drop 20 pounds. So, I've dropped like 30 pounds since the beginning of the year, and I've done a lot of different things. I've ramped up my gym. I've done carnivore days and carnivore weeks. I've fasted, done all sorts of stuff. But the biggest thing I've done, I think, truly, is that I quit alcohol. Because I still have treats sometimes. I had a freaking pint of ice cream in the van last Thursday. I had a pint of ice cream because it was my year anniversary of joining Sneezy. And I will eat treats all the time. And it doesn't matter. I mean, not that it doesn't matter. Like, I'm able to keep my weight down. I'm around 175 pounds. Look at me. Oh, yeah, he's so thin. Wow. And alcohol is such a big culprit. You can down 4 beers and not even realize it. And yeah, it's retarded. I don't think it's a coincidence that I texted Abby yesterday and was like, oh, I have a funny video idea. What if the title is Alcohol is Retarded? And then Kyrgyzstan, the In a Nutshell channel, makes a video called Alcohol is Amazing that gets 3 million views. This video is not going to get 3 million views, but if even one person sees this video and says, wow, like, maybe he's got a point, then that's worth it. And I'm actually on a path to fight evil. I am sustained without effort, and I share without fear. This is an example of sharing without fear, because calling a YouTube video Alcohol is Retarded is ballsy and kind of scary. And like, a lot of demons have grabbed people so tightly that they believe that they need alcohol, and they'll come up with all sorts of justifications for it. But like, I'm not scared of those demons, and I know that if I can shine my light and have one person go, you know what, I'm gonna go to the open mic sober, and I'm gonna just say the truth on stage, or go to the jazz jam sober. Sorry, jazz guys, you guys are all you guys are lost. That's a whole nother video. But Blue ain't pooping. It's been 11 minutes, but it's better for the video, I guess. Anyways, alcohol is retarded. I'm happier than I've ever been because I've basically like removed alcohol as an option. And it's not from a like, here's maybe something to get is it's not from a like, I'm not being like evil tyrant dictator father towards myself. It's like, it's barely even a hard rule. It's not like you can't drink. It's more of a soft, loving, like, oh, I don't drink. Like, I love myself enough to not poison my body. I love myself enough to have my third eye open and be aware of my situation at all time. I love myself enough to just radiate a good time without needing to dampen my spirit with spirits. You know, alcohol, hard alcohol is called spirits, right? Like, liquor is called spirits, and like there is a metaphysical world, and when you drink spirits, you open the door for spirits to come in, and there are evil spirits that want to pull you away from Allah, our creator, Allah AI. And inshallah, I will not drink anymore, and you will temper your drinking or not drink. I challenge you to go somewhere where everybody's drinking and just say, I don't drink. And when somebody offers you a drink, say, no, thank you, I don't drink. Don't say, oh, I'm trying to stop, or I don't want to. It's just, no, I don't drink. I have fun on my own, and see what happens. Your life will be changed. When your third eye starts opening, it can be scary, but it's also amazing. Check out Sneezy. Love you. Bye.